Hey everybody. Okay, so I'm in the process of making this monster quilt and with the ScanNCut, and I got to show you how far I have gotten so far. I'm going to walk into my bedroom here because I've got my blocks laid out. Would you look at all these guys? How cute are these? Wendy Gratz is an amazing designer. Isn't that awesome? She used to be a children's illustrator. Anyway, so that's me in the mirror. Hi. Okay, so I'm going to walk back out here into my sewing room. If you hear something that sounds like an auto hobby shop, my husband's outside with a coworker who needed to replace, I don't know, something on a tire or a brake or whatever. Anyway, so I have kind of started mass producing because of the amount of monsters I had to make. And I got myself a 24-inch mat. Look at that. And I have found the easiest way to do this. Now, I could be real picky and say, okay, this monster is only 6 inches high, so I'm only going to cut 6 inches of fabric. Well, I don't have time for that. I have to get this thing put together on the long arm and in the mail by mid-December, and it's December 2nd. So I don't have a whole lot of time. So what I did was I cut out 6 by 12 inches of fat quarter pieces of fabric. So here there's 2 light teal, a black, and a white. I ran a little low on eyeballs and pupils, so I'm going to cut some more eyeballs and some more pupils out of this. And then anything that's left over, I'll be able to use on another project. So, so they've got the heat and bond on them. I have the fabric support sheet on this long mat. I have 2 of them end to end. I need to get the pattern, and I just on the ScanNCut canvas, I just put together these on there. So let me pull this down. There we go. So I've got a couple of antenna or whatever here, my little Gumby looking guy, and that's a rectangle monster. And then up here, let me use this. Up here, these are going to be pupils, and these are going to be eyeballs. It's a duplicate file, whatever. I've got a bunch of little tiny pupils. I needed some larger ones, so I need 9 more set of eyes. So that's what I did right there. Okay. And all right. So I need to, yes, that's the pattern I want. And I want to cut. Oh, not yet. Let me go back. I need to scan and make sure everything's going to fit on the fabric. So put this in here. If I was cool, I would get myself like a tripod to be able to put my phone on. Because I'm doing this one-handed, I'm sorry. I'll put this in right like that. And load. Now, I've already told the machine I have a 24-inch mat. I bought this because I knew I was going to be making a bunch of monsters. I think there's going to be 25 of them in this quilt. So, oops. You need a lot of space back here. This is pushing my rotary cutter out of the way. See, these are the scraps that are already backed in the heat and bond from other monsters that are done. And I've actually found them to be pretty handy because I can use them to embellish the monsters with dots or triangles or little toes or whatever. Okay, so these are going to cut on white. These are going to cut on black. This is going to, that teal, yeah, that's okay. Let me see. I didn't get the heat and bond all the way over to the edge. It's going to stay on the fabric, but I think I'm going to leave it where it's at. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that. You know what I could do? I could take this one and move it over here because it's the same color. And then I'm going to move this one down, and then I'm going to move this over. That's better. That work? I think that's better. Whoop, I moved that too far. There. That looks good. That looks pretty good. Okay. So now okay, and now cut. And go. And it says it's going to take 4 minutes. So here's where the beauty of this comes in. Cutting all those little circles. Oh no, that is not me. I would not be doing that. They would come out looking horrible. It would take me forever. My hand would cramp. That's why I went and put all of these patterns into the ScanNCut. I scanned them in on the scanning sheet. I didn't show you how to do that. I'm sorry. And let me come in here. Yeah, this is an old back patio. Is now my, and there's Harley. That's my pretty tripod. And there's my blue dog. Hello, babies. Yes, they're supervisors here. So you can see. Okay, there it is. See, it's got the 24-inch mat. And that's just the way I made it up. And I scanned in those PDF files. You know, it comes in a PDF. Try and look for it and see. Let me get it here. I'll show you. Let's see. It's in quilting. And it's in Shiny Happy World. That is Wendy's website. Let me see. There. I downloaded the PDF. Right. So there it is. Okay. That's the color version. She's got all different color backgrounds. Well, I'm just doing plain gray. Look at all those wonderful monsters. Aren't they fabulous? They're just so cute. So I just took these sheets like this, printed it, and then scanned it in the ScanNCut and moved things around and whatnot. Pretty easy to do. And then there's the ScanNCut canvas. I just uploaded it to there wirelessly. So, boy, it's making all kinds of noise out there, isn't it? My dogs are actually in here because I'm heating oil to fry some chicken. And they are all about that. Look, cutting the final monsters. So look at this. Look at all those eyeballs, the pupils that are already cut. And I don't have to do that. I just could not imagine doing an applique quilt like this without a cutting machine. So let me come over here to my ironing station. There's all my fat quarters that I've been using. I came over here. I'm going to come to my ironing station. So here are all of the other ones that I've already backed with the heat and bond. So I have these amount of monsters left to make. You know, like I said, I could go and get and specifically cut it to size, and I just don't have the time or the patience. So make a lot of scraps. And here are all the background squares that I need to finish up the rest of the 9 monsters. And then, see, look at these little pupils. These all got cut out. Those are backed in heat and bond. And I was running out of eyeballs. And then here's all the mouths. I cut a whole bunch of mouths. Isn't that awesome? Little smileys. So, anyway, now everything just needs to be put together. So, more to come.